What is normal for somebody that doesn't know what the fuck it means? Okay, so I keep thinking about this because if I break it down right enough and sell myself in a way that people are gonna want to buy this story, then of course they're gonna love me. But if I just keep saying things that don't hook people, then they're gonna hate me. So I was thinking, like, honestly, my life kind of sounds like the perfect story if I do it in Spark Notes like this. So I was adopted by a Navy person and a retired nurse. Both of them retired. And inside that family, there was a child athlete, fucking superstar athlete, a pedophile, which also has mental disabilities. Child athlete also has a mental disability, but nothing that stops him too much. A heart patient, a couple Down syndrome, a double amputee, but they didn't get it from war, a shaken baby, and some other people with some autism, some other traits that just like, it's not really bullet point worthy, but for the movie and the trailer. Now, what we're gonna see is we're gonna see it from the point of view of the Haitian adopted heart patient that doesn't quite get what's going on through his eye lenses, trying to see. He's never met his real family, but this is family, so he thinks. Could it be possibly nobody looks like him? Actually, the older ones really don't. The younger ones kind of do. He's got melanated siblings, but they don't come from the same country, don't speak the same tongue. Even he don't. The other ones come later in time, but there are some that I didn't also add into. A sickle cell anemia kid that has issues! Even though I was screaming that angry. Doesn't quite get it either, but that's later in time. This is from my point of view, from my fucking mind. I came to this land skinny and rapeable and molestable for those pedophiles and fucked up people. Yeah, they could have easily human trafficked me, but early on I started to perceive they don't care about people that look like me. And some may argue to disagree, but don't you even fucking look like me? So shh. Keep it down when you fucking yell at me and try to discredit me for the things that I say from my personal view. When you see from different lenses now, don't you? You see it from a different view, don't you? Because not only lenses as in pigmentation, but also lenses as in community, because you're not in the same place as I am now, are you? I have learned recently that this place has immigrated with more like me, and I don't know if that means the lighter people are getting more nicey or if they're getting more icy, because I was the first one of the group. Like, as I said, time has made more of me. People start to migrate. I don't know why. But I've learned in certain areas they try to keep it away from people like me, and I'm just like, fucking A. Why do I got to be in the places that don't fit me? Oh yeah, because of who adopted me, not people like me. So I got to be in the place that people like them because of community. They go where they feel accepted, and I go where I feel accepted, but people don't get that. Why aren't you normal? Because I don't know what normal is. But here's what I define to be, from my mind, from my experience: just don't fucking molest me, don't fucking rape me, speak your thoughts openly and honestly. I don't give a fuck what the hell you say. Curiosity killed the cat, and I'm fucking pussy, I guess. Yeah, I'll be sleeping with the fishes because I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to figure out how the hell am I supposed to work this. I'm just trying to figure out why the fuck you want me to work for shit. I'm just trying to figure out why is it when I do the work at home and I do the work for the job, it doesn't work out the same way because I don't get paid when I go home to do it. Unless I go to someone else's home, then I gotta also make sure they don't rip me off because, well, shit. We didn't agree. You didn't shake hands. The contract, I need a week. I need next Tuesday. I need. What about my needs? And the more I think about it, I seem to think that the only reason I am not as successful monetary-wise as I am, I feel, in my own little social bubble, is because, one, I want to not reflect. I want to compare myself to other people, and I'm just like, I can't. I'm a fucking heart patient from Haiti, raised by a fucking Navy person and a fucking retired fucking nurse with a bunch of disabled siblings that shit in their pants, didn't talk, screamed, and some disabled siblings that had no cognitive disabilities aside from being able to see words switched in and out, and some siblings that only had physical disabilities but still cognitively fucked up because of the whole entire culture shock and people not liking us for why? Like, don't get me wrong, if you dislike me because I was an asshole, I hit you. Fair enough. I slapped you. I said hit you. If I did anything personally, and you know what's personally mean, not like you look like the motherfucker. God damn it. Why the fuck am I always getting hurt for somebody else's bullshit? I didn't even do it. If you hate me personally, fine, I get it. I hate me too. We could be on the same team even if you're against or for me. I'm just telling you. At least let me know why. But no. I see how useful you can be. I see how much people gravitate towards you, and you know what? Smells like money to me! hey, we're gonna give you 10 cents and I'm gonna take 100, okay? Yeah. We're gonna do the split 99 and you get 0.1, okay? Because if I don't know well enough to know that they're fucking me, well, this is good for me. This is great for me. They don't physically harm me. They do yell a lot. They don't actually try to figure out what I like, but there's no really worry about where the fuck I'm gonna go. There's always a place to stay, I guess. There's not always food in the house, but there's always people to take care of. He's not necessarily talk to, because most of them are disabled. Some of them can verbally talk, some of them can't verbally talk, some of them have cognitive disconnections for them to be able to actually have coherent conversations that I want to be able to dig deeper into, and also for the fact that they have a limited view of the reality and life in society because of the fact that they couldn't drive. They literally went to specialized schools that were made for them, because I feel like if they were integrated into the quote-unquote public schools, like it wasn't private schools, but how do I explain it? Like, it was literally a special ed school that was for special ed kids. Like, it all depends on where the fuck you go, what the hell they're gonna call it, because where I used to live, they used to call it like core schools or some shit like that. And then now it's called, I think, ESA schools in the new location I live at. So literally, from my understanding, depends, but very, very special ed, like people that are in fucking wheelchairs. I don't mean like they're rolling themselves. I mean, cerebral palsy to the point where, I'm pretty sure cerebral palsy, no, it all depends on the severity of it. Cerebral palsy, and also she was not amputee, but quadriplegic. So for the fact that she had cerebral palsy and quadriplegic, she went there. One of my very severely autistic siblings went there. Actually, both of my what did he have? Brian was shaken. Drew, I think, was autism. I know Libby was autism. But they went to that schools, and then like the only one that went to quote unquote normal schools with me was me at the time, and then my older brother Juan, which the funny thing about him is he was a double amputee and he had like 3 fingers, but cognitively he was there so he could be there. But physically, like, yes, he was disabled, is disabled. I say was as if he somehow miraculously got better, as if somehow we had the money and funding to be like, hey, Juan, we got you some prosthetic legs that you can forever keep, and yeah, we have the money to be able to get you. No, we don't have money to be able to do anything, so it's just really do with what you have, and don't bitch, I guess. Don't complain. Like, I'm only telling my stories because people want me to be normal. But what the fuck is normal about me? Well, you look normal. Thank you for telling me you have a limited mind span. What is normal about me? Because it's not like I could walk around shirtless. I literally worked on my body hard enough to be fit enough to look sexy enough that people won't say, hey, put on a shirt. But they might be like, hey. My wife's here. I'm trying to keep my marriage nice and fucking secure, Mr. Sexy. What the fuck are you doing here? Hey. My kids are here. So, kids don't think sexually, only adults do. And I realized that once I figured out, like, why the fuck do I always have sexual thoughts? And it's just like, I wasn't always like this now, was I? Like, I did watch porn, but I didn't start masturbating until like 15. I started watching porn like 11. Or was it 9? 9/11 joke. Back to the point. No, I'm pretty sure it was 11. Maybe it was an 09, and that's why I think it was 11, because in 09 I was 2 years older than the actual age, which would have made me 11, depending on the time span that I watched, because I could have been 10 on the verge of 11. Yeah. So it's just like, why y'all got so expectations for what normality should be? Because you see it on TV, because they brainwash us to believe that there can't be no differences. Oh, you're just quirky, you're just goofy, you're just a little bit off the walls, you're just spicy. No, those are mental disabilities. Or possibly not. No, like they could be. But what's the difference between a mental disability and something that's just kooky and quirky? Exactly. You have to take the time and energy to individualize your own personal learning, because they're only going to teach you what they want to teach you, and they're not going to teach you enough to get you far enough. Like, they want me to be a money-hungry whore, and I could be. But I don't, because it goes against my message. And that's what bothers me, because I do believe that I could be successful in a way that I don't have to be a money greedy whore, but I could also still have the things that I want, as in a bunch of acres of land that I can enjoy and have people around with me, a fucking beautiful garden, a fucking gym setup that's separate from the actual home. The home has a bunch of rooms in it, a bunch of fucking different types of rooms. Got a fucking weed room that I could just play a bunch of video games in, smoke weed, bunch of jars of different strands of weed, and then a fucking 2 kitchens, because it's probably gonna be 2 if not 3 floors, because the weed room's gonna be on every floor because I'm gonna smoke weed all up and it's my house, my shit. Like, technically speaking, because what I've also realized is it's depending on where the fuck you're at. And this is what fucks with me with life. You can only own what people will allow you to you can only own what people will allow you to own, and this is what I mean by that is, if the government doesn't like that you have it, they can seize your assets. If the community doesn't like that you have it, they can call and report shit. If the community doesn't like that you have it, I do remember, y'all know anything about Black history? How about y'all look up something about Tulsa? Tulsa, Texas, was it? Or Tulsa Massacre will get you the answer that I'm looking for. And the Tulsa Massacre, from what my understanding of that is, it's a profitable Black community that was able to live their life and thrive without needing the help of the Caucasian folks. Because I used to think, like, why the fuck don't Black people just do their own shit? Why the fuck? And every time I ask questions, somebody from the divine starts giving me answers to things I'd be asking. And it's just like, so we didn't fucking try. So I always think, like, maybe I would thrive better in at least me dominated community. I mean, more or less melanated, not necessarily like Haitian, but maybe Haitian. But I feel like a bastard to not only the Black community, but also the fucking Haitian community, because when I stop and think, I don't really know much references to Haitian community aside from the fact that our country was the country to gain independence while all the other, first Black country to gain independence while all the other countries were enslaved, and also had to pay reparations back to fucking French, if I remember correctly, because we enslaved ourselves. And that fucking pissed me off, because I was just like, but I've had this argument before with someone. It was just like, would you rather stay and be a slave, or would you rather die fighting? And I'm just like, I'd fucking rather die fighting. But everybody has different reasons of why they would rather, because if you stay as a slave, maybe you could build up a team and then revolt on a bigger thing, or maybe things will get better, things will get better, things will get better, things will get better. How many years of the same bullshit do you have to go through before you realize shit's not gonna get better? And I know this, but I don't know how to branch out, because I've been with this family ever since I was a fucking child, and I know literally the patterns. And one of the siblings, before he got out of the home, ended up telling me, like, you haven't noticed every 2 years there's a move? I'm like, nigga, you're not fucking wrong. You're not fucking wrong. And for as much as when we were younger, I remember the old lady was always looking at houses, always looking at new places, always looking. And like, even now that she's had a stroke and she's literally fucking wheelchair bound, I'm thinking, like, she still gets her fucking wish. Like, she ain't out here shopping for new places or anything like that, but every fucking 2 years we get kicked out because of what she did. And I already told you guys about the bed bug stories, and that's what bothers me, because I always think, like, if I was adopted anywhere else, I always think, if I would have learned how to connect money better together, I always think, if I don't fucking know. Because they'll quickly group me before they see me individually, but you grouping me to the right community because you see me as a melanated person. Another one of our niggers. No, I'm actually a foreign nigger. I'm Haitian. Didn't you listen earlier? Haitian, adopted into America, getting heart surgery. Were you not listening? But, like, if you're going to, I tried my best, but I will admit I have been stupid enough to do surface judgments. But also, I don't always try to do surface judgments. I try to do spiritual connection judgments. And it's just like, just because you're talking to me, I feel like you got daddy issues. And statistically, that's highly likely. Just because you're talking with me, I feel like you have something, an abnormality, an imbalance somewhere in your family. Maybe you don't get along with your mother, your father, maybe your uncle, auntie, somebody in your family touched you. I know this because, hello, I'm just honestly pulling from my own personal experiences, and that's why I'm just guessing on people. If I'm correct, I'm correct. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And that's the fucked up part, because it's like, how did you know? I'm like, I didn't. Yikes. Well, at least I know we got something to talk about. Because, like, in all honesty, I get it that there's rules in place, but what the fuck do the rules mean if nobody keeps them intact? Because at the end of the day, I wanted to enforce the rules, but that was a prestigious person that we have currently caught with as much money and power as they have. They will completely end my career and make me go MIA. So honestly, guys, shut the fuck up. You didn't see a goddamn thing. That person didn't do anything. And you, victim, well, who the fuck's gonna believe you? That's a prestigious fucking person. Do you think that's a prestigious person? Like, I know we caught and walked in on it, but that's a prestigious person. They don't do that shit out in public. So why would they do that out in private? And because they have such a very good public life, we're not gonna let you bury them. And also because they gave us like an extra 10 to 30K to keep you to. So shut the fuck up. You're not a victim. You're just fucking fame grabbing. That's the fucked up part about life, because some people are actually telling the truth and some people are lying, but how do you fucking tell the difference between those that are telling the truth and those that are lying? Because even if there are multiple people calling out, okay, tell a bullshit story. Tell a bullshit story. Bang! Never mind, I couldn't trust you to tell a bullshit story. I know how life works. I just don't fucking like playing with it. But people are gonna call me crazy. And it's fine, because most people that are ahead of the time are called crazy. And then other people, like sometimes I think like, I know what I'm getting ready for, but like, if I say it, then I seem crazy. But I've always seemed crazy. I was just checking on some soccer thing. Like, one thing that irritates me about my life sometimes is people expect, I don't know. I really doubt, and I don't really feel like asking, but I could tell by the way that they recoil from me or by the way that they look in their faces. And at this point, I'm thinking, at 25, why? Like, I know what the fuck I want, but first it's being able to connect the dots to be able to get to the fucking things. And I don't want to tell everybody because, like clearly I'm telling you guys, but the individual difference of actually being in a conversation and watching it just like, well, how are you gonna do that? Bitch, it's called a fucking dream. I don't know. I just know I can. And either way, if I don't, I'd rather be dead than fucking live in a fucked up world that I can't even enjoy. I can somewhat, but once I can't, well, I'll shut up. But I figure if I post as many videos as I do, like, I might be famous more in death than I am in life. But hey, maybe I'm just going to be one of those folklore stories about people that, yeah, throughout their whole entire life, they were actually poor. They absolutely hated things and they had some fucked up things, but they also did a lot of good. But throughout their life, yeah, no. That's why they're... I've always thought it seems like it's going to be my life because no good deed goes unpunished. And I do a lot of good deeds. I also probably do a lot of bad deeds. But what's good, what's bad, it all depends on which team I'm on. And that's why I'm like, am I cause this scene or do you just want to cause one? I'm just out here trying to figure out, why do you expect whoever you may be a baseline of normality when you don't even know what normal is? Because what's normal for me is not normal for you. What normal for you is not normal for me. So therefore, when you say, oh, it's normal for me to just hop in my BMW, pick up some fucking, not gonna say it, pick up some coffee at some big old giant coffee company, pay them $50 for the coffee and tip them $100. I ain't even fascinated about the BMW. I'm just like, wow, you just out here big tipping. Come here, tip me. I'll give you some tips. Not my dick, but like, I'll give you some tips if you give me some tips. I'm just saying, like, we all got different definitions of what normality is, but yet when we go to and try to perceive other people's normalities, it's just like, which is why I try my best when people always say, oh, my house, my this, my that, it looks bad. I'm like, if I want to be an asshole, I could judge. If I want to be an asshole. But at the same time, I'm like, I know who the fuck I am. I know how fucking clouded, cluttered, messy I get. So for me to be like, oh my fucking God, this is a fucking disgusting, putrid mess. Who the fuck taught you how to take care of your own shit? Oh my God. What the fuck is wrong with you? Big hypocrite posted on me, wouldn't it be? Easily said, because do I even keep shit clean around me? No, I'm fucking messy. But like, not messy dirty most of the times. But like messy. Like things thrown over, empty fucking water bottles, clothes on the floor, sometimes empty THC cartridges or fucking boxes. And I'll open them. I'll throw it all in the trash after a while. But to me, in my mind, which is why I realize it's kind of fucked up, is I have to see a perfect mess for me to want to clean it. And I know I say perfect like there is such thing as perfection. If there was, remember, you guys fucking killed him. Back to the point. So for me to want to do something, it first has to be a certain level fucked up for me to want to handle it. And that's why I love certain jobs that are very prone to be fucked up throughout the whole entire thing, constantly fucked up because, well, I wasn't interested. I was gonna go to sleep, but then somebody started pissing out in the fucking laundry foyer area. I don't know who the fuck this is. I don't know how we're gonna take care of this, but woo! I'm like, honestly, I guess in short, I should say I'm more or less of an adrenaline junkie, which is funny because I shouldn't be. I also shouldn't be this fucking fit. But also, what is normal? What is normal? Because I'm on social media so fucking much. I see people that are way more disabled than I am. I'm like, I'm just a fucking heart patient with lung issues. This motherfucker missing half the body, more ripped than I am. This motherfucker got, what was it? I recently just followed this dude on fucking Instagram. Now, I don't remember what it is, but his arms are literally stuck like this. Could it be cerebral palsy? Because now I think about it, reminds me of Skylar's hands, which is, was it because of cerebral palsy her hands were stuck like that? I think so. But either way, the dude is still fucking benching, bicep curling. I don't think I've seen him do a pull-up, but I don't doubt he can do a pull-up. And I'm just like, get back down to the fucking push-ups. Do some fucking bicep curls. Because if he can do it, why the fuck can't I? Aside from my mental capabilities and incapabilities. Aside from me wanting to do it, why the fuck can't I? I used to think I can't do a backflip because I'm not fit enough. If I saw somebody that's looking like 230, I'm just like, I'm just making up excuses now, aren't I? I don't have the confidence is more or less the reason. Like, I've had some lessons, I've tried, I've fallen, but like, I think my biggest mental block when it comes to failing on certain things is two reasons why I don't like failing is I don't fucking like being yelled at because it turns into a psychotic reaction for me, and then I'm going to start wanting to get aggressive, and that's not right to do, but it's not right for you to fucking yell and scream at me and get all this venom and spit on me, but for me to touch you and want to beat the fuck out of you while you fucking poke the bear, you asshole! And then two, if I do something that involves a physical action and I fail bad enough that I end up having to be hospitalized because, you know, money, crippling, living in America and everything's expensive as shit. I was thinking about that, and also because if I have to recover and miss any time to play soccer, I might as well just fucking kill myself because I love soccer so much. There are certain things I won't do just to not impair my chances of playing. Rather, if I play by myself or play with a team because I don't give a fuck, I will play. I will play. I will fucking play. Like, if I ever... Like, I thought, I always have been able to figure out how to keep myself entertained because nobody else's job to. I've tried to seek entertainment through others, but my sense of entertainment, your sense of entertainment is, are these motherfuckers fighting or fucking? Talking about birds. I don't know, but it's like a 3-on-1. What the fuck are they doing? I don't know, there was 4, but one flew away. I was like, fuck this shit. Looked like one trying to double team. Fuck! Lost of thoughts. It is what it is. I don't know what you want to expect, what you're trying to expect. I do know what I'm trying to do, and that's just trying to spread education, please. Education, peace, love, understanding, overstanding, and just what I wish I could see from the world, and I mean all of the world, even in this country. And I know probably I would be happier in a different country, and honestly, I've always thought worst case scenario, because I do have certain things that are going on in my life that I'm like, if they absolutely dislike me enough that they're just like, we're going to deport you, because that was my biggest worry at one point in life, which is why my life could never be normal. And I was thinking about this last night as I was riding bike, either riding to the gym in the middle of the night on my bike or riding home from the gym. I don't remember which one it was. But I was thinking about this. I remembered when I was first going through the whole entire issue of immigration and trying to get my green card, there were some gals that were just like, I would marry you just so you could stay in the country. I'm just like, sister wives? No, it wouldn't work like that. But I'm just like, oh, it's so cute. That's so cute. Can you think that shit's gonna work? But you guys have to get a marriage license because I ain't like, I don't have this shit. And the fucked up part about that is the whole entire green card, you guys are probably wondering how I got it. I'll tell you this. How I get everything, I fucking work for it. I really did. I found a job through a buddy of mine at the time. I was asking him, hey, do you know anybody that's hiring because I need a job to pay for my green card because GoFundMe was not an option. Because what do you expect? You look at me, I'm fucking sexy. I'm also disabled. But I'm fucking strong, I'm durable. Why are you begging for money, you fucking lazy bum? I wasn't begging for one, I was asking. Two, I can't fucking get a job! Technically speaking. And three, why the fuck did you even have to comment that? Like, shit, just tell me you can't fucking help me. Like, you ain't gotta be a dick about it. You ain't gotta be a bitch about it. You ain't gotta be a non-binary about it, because I don't know non-binary insult quite yet. You ain't gotta be a zit about it. I don't know. Something that needs to be popped is what I was thinking. But either way, I'm just like, how the fuck am I gonna make this money? And like I told you, I had a buddy of mine that ended up working for a guy that did underneath the table. Buddy of mine didn't stay as long as I did, but that's because he didn't need it like I did. Most of my friends are fucking American. Not necessarily. Okay. Oh, yeah, actually. Either American, if not second generation. Because I will admit, it all depends on who I consider friends. I consider a lot of people know people all at the same time. It all depends on which mind frame I'm in because... But a lot of my friends are American, so when they have to do things and when I have to do things, it always pisses me off because I'm like, yo, you just say, it's easy. That's because this is your home! I'm visiting! I have to ask, and then ask, and then ask, and then ask. When you're in your home, and your home's not toxic, and you're loved, and cared for, and coddled for, you can just go in the fucking pantry, grab some food. You can just take your parents' car, not really, just ask. You can just do shit. I gotta ask to do shit before I even do the shit. So I'm just like, I wanna do shit, why am I not? Like, why couldn't I have been born here? But then I was like, if I was born here, I probably would have had a prison record. Which is why I also think that I keep my nose so clean because it's just like, if I cause too much of a seed, well, this ain't our child. Send them overseas! Your children, put them in jail. They'll find some friends. They probably got friends in there. They probably got some family in there. Just throw them in jail. That's where all their friends are anyways. Like, haven't you seen this melanation? There's a bunch of them in there. Just put them in there. It doesn't matter which section. Aside from the Aryan section. Because they might kill them. I'm pretty sure prison system is the only system that still lives in, No, not actually. There are some towns that are still stuck in the fucking 1900s. And that's... I'm not even talking about the whole entire racism part. But, like, yeah, racism part... which is still alive and thriving if you ask me personally from a black perspective. Because if you ask from a Caucasian perspective, I don't know. Melanated perspective, not black. Yeah, I'd rather black than fucking colored because of all the times I've yelled, did you guys ever see me change whatsoever? Like, I'm fucking mulatto. I'm melanated. Not mulatto. Mulatto would be mixed if I remember correctly. Mocha, that's the term I was looking for. Wrong name. But I'm fucking sexy. And if I was Caucasian, y'all would have seen my shades change quickly. I would have been red-faced, and any times I came in here making videos when it was cold, my hands might have been blue and or purple. My hand, well, yeah, it's colored about me, but I have less colors than you guys do, but I'm the colored folk! Okay. I keep trying to remind the Caucasian people to see if I can flip them on that, because I'm not colored, but my language is fucking colorful. Pardon my French, bitch. That's not French! I used to believe that too. People be swearing. Pardon my French, you asshole. Bonjour. Je m'appelle Ethan. That's part of my French. Hello, my name's Ethan. Wait. It's either hello or good morning. And then... yo soy Ethan... Yo soy simpático, antipático, y cómico. And that's all I fucking remember from Spanish. So technically speaking, I know one language. Actually, no, I know a lot more languages. Well, verbally one, non-verbally a couple. Because I know verbally, non-verbally, I know dirty looks. I know, I'm scared of you looks! I know, oh, I'm glad to see you looks. I know, I'm glad that you came to save me looks. I know, don't you fucking dare say that looks. Like, the more I thought about it and the more I realized is the more I can divide it and label it funny, the more that I can make it seem marketable. But I don't want to be a fucking money hungry bitch because I ain't even making most of the money. Shit. I'm the piggy bank. But I ain't the I ain't the bank. That's the confusing part. Because they put the money in me, but they siphoned it in from a different point. So when I go check my money, it's like, oh, wait, there is none for me. And it's just crazy to believe that there's just so many wide ranges of people. And I was talking to a store clerk lady earlier today that reminded me that it's so hard to fucking trust people, because coming from an orphan mindset, in my head, I always thought, wow, maybe they don't love me because I'm not biologically theirs. Maybe they don't care about me because I'm not biologically theirs. Maybe they don't because of the whole entire blood aspect. But I've seen so many families do each other so dirty. I'm like, are you guys even fucking related? Are you sure y'all came from the same vagina? Because there might be some secretive beef that I don't even know what the hell's going on there. But the way that people be angry and aggressive towards each other, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why? This is your sister, your cousin, your brother, your mother. Why? This is your fucking child, your seed, your essence. Why? And it could be because of mental health. It could be because of social. It could be because of many things that I don't really know, and they don't even know why. They're just like, I gave birth to them. They're supposed to listen to me. I got bored. I thought it'd be funny. I don't know. I didn't think I was going to get in trouble. They're an inferior life form. They're supposed to be my slave. I don't really know. I'm just making up these answers as I'm going, as I'm swiping through Facebook dating, which I told myself I'm going to get off of because there's really no point of me being on dating apps, because most of these women don't conversate with me, one. Two, do I look like I have a life that's suitable for another person that's going to nag me to try to do something that's not going to probably work? Because what the fuck is normal? And three, I don't think I need 3 good reasons. But I don't know how to deactivate it. I don't know how to deactivate a lot of things. Just gonna have to practice myself to. No more Facebook dating. No more Facebook dating, Tinder, Hot or Not, or whatever the fuck it's called to do. Meet me. Because it doesn't really matter. Take it from my point of view. Or, you know what also pisses me off? I'm on Black People Meet. That bitch got more white people than do black people. I'm like, what the fuck? And I stopped and thought about it. I'm like, what if these people are mixed? And I was like, well, they don't look mixed. Well, you don't look disabled. Ethan, shut the fuck up. So I'll give it the fact that they might be mulatto. They might, because I'm like, they don't. Shut up, Ethan. Because what the fuck do you know off of what you see? Have you seen the fucking origin story? But have you seen my origin story? Because what I neglect to always think to tell people, because I don't think about a lot of things I go through. It's just like, I don't know. People say I say morbid and dark shit, so I just don't talk about myself. Sorry, my existence fucking sucks. You see why I've tried to kill myself? But no, I should live and continue to try to thrive. But I keep forgetting the fact that I have both Caucasian parents, because when they see me, they're like, okay, you're melanated. So when I meet your parents, they're going to be melanated. And when I see all your siblings, they're going to be melanated. Okay. Parents Caucasian. Siblings Caucasian. One's from Honduras. Handful of Haitians. Like me, Dougie, David, Ebony, and Richard. Actually, half the house could have been Haitian. 2 Americans. No, actually more than 2 Americans. The parents were Americans. I'm saying was as if they're dead. Currently, as I'm speaking, they're alive. And probably when I post this. I'm assuming. Like, I'm going to post this after I'm done. And then the rest of the siblings are Americans. So I want to say I just did all the foreigners first. Because there's only like 6 foreigners. Yeah. And the other half would, Now I think about most of the house is fucking foreign. You would have thought we had better help. I don't know. What am I thinking of? Didn't really grow up in I didn't grow up in a cultured area aside from like the Caucasian culture. And from what I've learned, the Caucasian culture is just more or less of stealing other people's culture, drinking, murdering, and spirituality, but I feel like they took that from the Indians and other cultures and religions. And then, on top of me feeling like I'm the black sheep, I also feel like I meet other black sheeps, and I was adopted into the black sheep family. But I realized why I was adopted into the black sheep family and why the family's a black sheep, even if they don't realize it. It's because the man of the house chose to marry somebody that's not good for his mental health, good for his finances, and good for anything else aside from looking at. Because from my understanding, from what he told me a little bit of, they literally stopped talking to him when he got with her and all this and all that. And it was probably like, I would assume it was because they were trying to help him out, but at the same time, there's many reasons for why things fall out. Curiosity killed the cat, and I guess I'm going to be a pussy sleeping with the fishes if I keep asking the wrong people the right shit. It's wrong! It's right. You want to know how I know it's right? Because of the way they keep fucking fighting me over the shit. If I was saying wrong shit, they would have left me be. You want to know how I know? Because I say right and wrong shit interchangeably, and I wait until somebody reacts. I'm aware of half the shit I say. I say half because sometimes I don't pay attention. I'm me 24/7. Physically. There's many reasons why, and with as many examples that I've had in my life, I'm just like, nope, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that, don't want that. I have a lot of things I don't want and just a little bit of what I do want. And what I do want is 120 acres or somewhere around that, 90 acres, 50 acres, 60, 70, at least enough acres to do whatever the fuck I want on. Mansion so I could hold my people, me, a pole barn for my gym. That's about it. And probably a bunch of solar panels and some shit. Just because, why not? For as much land as I would have, I'd probably devote 20 acres to solar panels. That might be a lot. 10 acres to solar panels? I don't know. Some acres to solar panels. Take the trees that I got from those acres and put them somewhere else. Or at least try to. Just because... You know how important Wi-Fi is, bitch? You know how important it is to fucking breathe? Y'all say you need me, but you ain't known me for like 17 to 12 years. You need oxygen. You try not breathing longer than... Technically speaking, it's supposed to be 2 minutes, but some people can hold their breath for like 5 to 7 to 12 minutes. But you stop trying to breathe for a fucking day and come back to me and tell you how much you fucking needed me. Exactly, because I know ain't no motherfucker making it past 24 hours. If they do, they're probably not human. Probably getting investigated by CIA, if not FBI or whatever fucking... secret government that I don't know about quite yet. But the truth is in front of you. Do you know how to decipher it? They laugh at you and you're laughing with them thinking, this is what it could never be. That's kind of eerily familiar how I've seen this somewhere out in reality. No, I'm just making things up in my head. Isn't that reality? Hence why they show the things in front of us so we can actually create it for them. It doesn't quite exist, but it might if we keep watching it. If we believe it will. I still personally think I'd be better off dead than living. Or maybe I just think I should be in a different place. I personally do think I should be in a different place. But that could still mean death or just anywhere because that's such a vague statement. So when I say a different place, because I know how life be. And I ain't doing that shit again. Woo! I want to be in a different place that allows me to have more freedoms, that allows me to have availability and access to things that I will need, not want, because fuck my wants. I don't know what the fuck I want. Actually, yes, I do. It's a need for the 120 acres and all that shit. But I want things that are going to continue to help me grow and thrive and help the environments that I am in. Even if the environments don't want me, I'd at least want to be able to leave those because, well, if you don't want my help, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can drown. I can't help those that don't want to be helped. I don't know shit about medical practices, but I do know medical professions, if clients do not want help, they can turn down help. I remember going to fucking doctors once and they asked me if I had depression and all this and all that. I'm like, yep. And then they're like, well, do you want to be on medication? I'm like, nope. Because why? Everything has a side effect as is, and how I think about things is when you start monetizing certain departments, that's when it starts to become more or less about the money than it comes about humanity or bettering the people because, well, I wanted to cure them, but I really wanted to get this lake house. Well, I wanted to fix the problem, but I really want this new car. I really wanted to help them, but they make me so much money. It's just like... I'm sorry, man. I saw you, and I was like, honey, you can go back to your lavish spending. Fuck, we might even have 2 more kids. I just got a fucking pig up in this bitch. Woo! Woo! And I mean the pig as an oink oink, or maybe the pig that holds a lot of propane because they're holding a lot of money. Either way, I think like that and they'll label me crazy. What the fuck does that mean? I think what y'all mean is I'm just alert. Like, I keep thinking, like, why am I the way that I am? Because I need to be. Regardless if you like me or hate me, who are you? Who am I? Who the fuck we want to be. Thank you for listening. Maybe we'll find a place to live to be kicked out of again, or maybe I'll find a place to live because I don't have as many troubles as we do. I am not we, I am differently. People love me, but say they love the family. You don't really know the family. There's the bitch, there's the yeller, there's the Down syndrome one, and there's the one that doesn't exist. There used to be a cerebral palsy cripple one, but she passed away. And you know what? That was the best for her. Her death didn't bother me as much as other ones did because I looked at how things have been. I see things inside the house that people don't get to see. You guys look so pretty on the outside. Of course we do. We made sure we did. That way nobody's investigating this shit and splitting it up. You don't question things that look nice now, do you? So at least she's free. Because with the financial issues that we have, like, there was no way she was going to live a better life than she was already living. The way that she was brought into this world, I don't know, maybe she was there just to teach me patience. Fuck, I just remembered I'm going to have to be a one team moving again. I don't know, I keep thinking about asking for help. I'm just like, who's going to want to help somebody that's infested with fucking bed bugs? It's not even my fucking fault, but it's my issue to deal with now, isn't it? Because where I lay my head is where I lay my head. Until I'm dead. And if you guys think it's morbid, well, how do you think I feel? It's my fucking truth. But thank you for fucking listening. Or not, I don't know. I don't know who the fuck watches these. Maybe it's just me. But if nothing else, these are just diaries until the day I don't be. You all want to know what happened? Well, I've got 500, 600, 700 videos out, and I think 800 altogether with the fucking shorts. Probably like 300 with just long videos explaining my journey. Like, I wanted to start, originally wanted to start this for my kids. Then I realized I don't fucking want kids with as fucked up as the system is, with as fucked up as these people are, with as fucked up as I am personally, with as fucked up as XYZ, ABC. I bought the dream just to find out I don't want it anymore. And I'm trying to sell the dream, but it doesn't have the exact same price that it used to. I bought it high and I can't even fucking sell it low. So I'm just like, we'll just put the dream somewhere else. I don't want the American dream. I want the Ethan dream. The Florian dream. The dream that I have created instead of listening to things that people try to imprint on me. You're going to take care of the family. With what money? You're going to help people. With what helped to me to advance? I realize I'm educated. I realize I'm intelligent. I realize, but still, smart people fucking need help. Why do you think scientists get funding? But I don't know how to get people to fund me. Oh, I got to do things that I don't find fun. It's nasty. Which is why some days I'm like, I kind of wish I was bisexual. Just because I realize some of the most rich people, not some of the most rich people, some of the richest people are secretly closeted perverts. Not secretly closeted perverts. Well, that too, but secretly homosexual and all this and all that. And like, just for you to keep your silence, they might pay you a hefty penny. Like, I know how to get into industries, but I'm not gay. I ain't been happy in years. I'm not homosexual. I don't find dicks interesting. I like titties and ass, and even that drives me a headache because of men. Not really. Boys that rape and molest, and like, wow. Sometimes it could have been your dad, it could have been your cousin, it could have been your brother, it could have been your uncle, it could have been your mom, it could have been your sister. Like, I say the dudes as if females don't do it too, but Media covers how men are worried about men, but if we stop being the monsters, females will realize that females are just as much monsters to themselves as the dudes are, because sometimes dudes will use the females to lure in other females. So it's just like, oh, you thought you could trust people? Nah. That's how I feel, because I've listened to stories from personal experiences from others and just the internet. And I always take everything I hear with a grain of salt, because when I was younger, I used to believe that there's no reason to lie. I'm not going to lie, so they won't lie to me. As I am 25, I'm like, there's no reason to lie. They might lie to me. This could be true. How do they act compared to the things that they've told me, compared to every person else, and compared to like them personally? Because to assume that they're going to act like everybody else that has been through the exact same thing just is small-minded of me, because I realize everybody intensifies the feelings of what is going on differently. Some people can depersonalize so much, it's just like, well, it happened. So what? It's part of life now, isn't it? I was just trying to. I will never be the same past that day. People always wonder why the light went away. I told them the truth and they told me to shut the fuck up. Get away. So 2 days I died differently, internally and outwardly, once I realized that it's my job to protect me. Even my caretakers couldn't believe. Even the teachers, the police, all the people that I told were just saying that I was bullshitting. But why would I lie about this? Why would I? Oh! Because of past experiences, kids are told and known to lie. Actually, kids are trained to. But people neglect to think that. The reason why I love kids over adults, and I don't mean it in a pedophilic way, and I don't feel like defending it because you guys should already know this by now, is because kids will be always honest unless parents teach them to lie. So when I see kids and I see how they act towards me and act around me, depending on how the history is with that child, I know what has happened, but I don't feel like asking because curiosity killed the cat. And what can I do to really help anybody aside from just tell them that I see you, I know what you've been through, I've experienced it too, and feel free to leave whenever you want to. Because the most toxic thing in my head is to tell people to keep living, keep going on, when it's like, what should I go for? There's nobody else here aside from me, and even sometimes I don't even want to be myself, stuck in my own insanity. They say they want to help me, but for some reason they keep trying to electrical shock therapy. For some reason they keep trying to converge me to be something that I am not. For some reason they keep fucking shackling me to these places and telling me I must be stuck in these limited areas. So for some reason they put me in a human zoo and then question why I'm not so healthy. You ever try to take me out in the forest? You ever try feeding me healthily? You ever try actually trying to take care of me instead of just trying to figure out how they can kill me and figure out how to monetize it for other people? Because if you figure out how to kill them slower, that means you can charge them instead of killing them fast and then you lose your money. Some people think the worst heists are the bank heists. Y'all just don't know about the people heist yet. How every industry is going to take you unless you take from them. I'm not trying to promote stealing. I'm just trying to promote what's best for you. Which is why I'd make a fucking horrible cop, because if I knew the family well enough to know that they've always had financial issues and they tried their best and they're good people in the community, I didn't see shit. Because at the end of the day, jobs will tell you what to do, but they won't always help you. They won't always pay for you. They won't always try to accommodate you, but they want you to accommodate them. And it's a problem if you can't accommodate them, because we're trying to make a shit ton of money off you. We're trying to make 300% and make sure you make 2. I've always thought I'd be a better leader because I couldn't be a boss. Because to boss people around and not do shit, nah. On top of that, I used to always think when I had gym teachers, like, the gym teachers I always liked and respected are those that look like they were physically fit. And with the mindset that I have now, I do realize that some gym teachers could have thyroid issues or they could be fat fit, which is a whole different type of fit compared to just fat in general. But as a child, I didn't quite grasp that in my head, and I had like the typical, like, I don't know if depending on what you guys era that people are listening to this in, but I had that like that old school fucking she looked like she could be a butch lesbian type of gym teacher female. And And like, I knew that she was athletic, so I'm like, damn, I want legs like her. Like, she didn't really have much arms, because most females don't really have quite developed arms and just very big, strong arms. But still, like, she had some legs. I'm like, how the fuck do I get legs like that? And as I got older, I started to see some other types of gym teachers. I'm just like, oh, okay. Because I've seen some with big guts and nice legs, decent arms. Like, okay. And I've seen some that are just completely out of shape. I'm like, I can't respect you. Because I feel like you could try telling me what the fuck to do, but if I run 100 meters away from you, I can't hear you no more. 200 meters, that's only going to take me less than half a second. Not half a second. That's only going to take me half a minute. Like, if you can't outrun me, like, I've always figured, when I live my life in the way that I want to, I'd retire as a gym teacher. I'd be that gym teacher I ran with my kids. I'd be a gym teacher. It's like, all right, guys, gals, those I don't know preferred pronouns too, because yes, I'd still be a progressive gym teacher. Get down and do a bunch of push-ups with me. Now, I don't know who's counting, but I'm not, so let's get down. Somebody's going to be the counter, and we're going to do some push-ups. And because I'm not counting, we're going to do push-ups until either counter stops or until I stop. So either you follow me or you follow the count. And then when we go for running, I'd run with them. Like, I don't know how I feel about the mile, though. Probably wouldn't do the mile with them. But, like, the things that aren't all that tested, because how I feel is the reason why it's so hard to teach other people is because we stay disconnected when it comes to certain teaching aspects, and we don't always think of how do they see it, how do they perceive it. And I always try to perceive from different mind frames and mindsets. And I'm just like, maybe I am the asshole. And in certain areas, I'll always be the asshole. Why? Because I'm melanated and educated, and I spoke up. And some places I can never be the asshole. Why? Because they live in a delusional world where I could shit out fucking rainbows. I'm like, really? Can you imagine me shitting out gold bricks so I could fucking sell them and shit? Just like money and shit. Like, I don't know. I've always had ideas of how to make money quick, but I'm still not trying to be greedy. I just want enough. And that's always too much to ask for. But if I ask for less, they'll happily give me that. Aside from like less hours at work, because now you're putting us in a bind. But less money, wow, yeah, we can pay you that. And you want more hours? Oh, we fucking, woo! And employ you the month? No, we can't do that. We couldn't do that. Couldn't do that, but we can give you less hours. Well, more hours and less pay. Or more jobs in the same pay. Like, you gave me 3 fucking jobs, but only hired me for 1. Well, the company's going through some things. Well, I guess now I'm going through some things too. Guys, going through some new slave masters. That's honestly how I feel about work at this point. It's just like, who's your slave master? And who's your sponsor? Because essentially that's all work is supposed to do, is sponsor you enough so you can make the money to be able to do whatever the fuck you want to. But most jobs don't even care to supplement you enough to be able to pay your own bills, your own car payments, your whole this, your whole that. And that's why certain things I won't even talk about in video, because it's just like, technically speaking, it's illegal for me to live, but I'm still here now, aren't I? That's what that show was called? Class of 3000. I know I've seen it before. That was a show, though. Old Cartoon Network was the shit. What the flip? I guess I'm done with the whole entire venting, getting this off my head. It's just remember. I've been warning you for as long as I possibly could. Rather you take this seriously or you take everything I say jokingly, it is what it is. I'm only speaking from reality. I'm only speaking from my point of view. I'm only speaking from what I can see. What can you see? Probably more, maybe less, maybe nothing. I don't really know. Are you blind? Are you deaf? I'm speaking from my experience, coming from different mind frames. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. And thank you for listening. If you hate me, I gave you so much animal. I gave you so much ammo too. So listen to me. So if you hate me, at least you know why. Because there'll be more melanation assholes. But yeah, now I got this out of me, I guess it's time to start cleaning the room, organizing things. I don't know. I was thinking about making some trips out to the fucking storage unit. I also got to clean out the car. I got to do some driving around tomorrow. hopefully get into some apartments that I might get kicked out of in a couple fucking years or a couple fucking weeks or a couple. When can I get kicked out of life? Actually, before I end this, let's say some fucking grateful things instead of just sound like an ungrateful asshole. I'm grateful for all my fingers. I'm grateful for all my hands. I'm grateful for all my feet. I'm grateful for the ability to be able to get up and go whenever the fuck I want to, however the fuck I want to for the most part. I'm grateful for, even though I feel as if I'm in a racist community, they still refuse to be all that racist to me. I'm grateful that those I interact with are typically educated enough to not upset me, I guess. I'm grateful that so far all these goddamn days have been sunny and sexy, but I ain't really done much aside from walking. I am grateful that... I don't know. I'm grateful, I guess. But you don't sound grateful. And you didn't seem like you're a small-minded individual. But here you are being small-minded with me. Deuces.